All right, welcome back. Now we're going to start talking about nonlinear equations. So systems of nonlinear equations, and we're going to start with two variables. And we're going to use substitution to solve these, okay? That is the best way to solve these. So here's an example. So here we have a line, so equation of a line, and we've got the equation of a circle, right? And we want to find where do these two graphs intersect, right? So to solve the system of equations, we're going to use substitution. So in this case here, I'm going to easily solve for x, and then substitute in this one for x. And then we'll have an equation, or excuse me, and then we'll have an equation just in y, and then we'll solve. So this here, I would write as what? I'm going to add 7y to both sides, and then I'm going to multiply by -1, right? So that's going to give me negative x equals 7y plus 50. And then I'm going to multiply by -1, which will change the sign of all of the values. Now I can plug this into x here. So then I get what? I get negative 7y minus 50 quantity squared plus y squared is equal to 100. And now I'm going to expand and then simplify. So this is going to give me what? Just using the FOIL method, right? So this is going to be, again, you got to make sure you understand what this means. This is negative 7y minus 50 times negative 7y minus 50. Okay? Plus y squared equals 100. And so now I'm going to use the distributive property, and I'm going to get what? I'm going to get 49y squared, and then I'm going to get what? I'm going to get, well, that's going to be 350, right? So this is going to be plus 350y plus another 350y for these two. And then I'm going to do negative 50 times negative 50, which is going to give me plus 2500 equal, or excuse me, forgot the y. So plus y squared equals 100. Okay? Okay, so now simplify, right? So I've got a y squared here, a y squared here, so that's going to give me 50y squared, and then plus 700y plus 250 equals 100. And then of course if I subtract 100 from both sides, my final expression is going to be 50y squared plus 700y plus 2400 equals 0. And so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to factor this, right? Because I want to solve for y. So now I'm going to factor this, and I can factor out a 50. So I'm going to divide everything by 50, and I'm going to get what? I'm going to get y squared 14 plus 14y, right? So 14y, and this will give me 48 plus 48 equals 0. And so now I can see if I can factor this, because all I need is two factors of 48 that add up to 14. And so 6 times 8 would do it, right? 6 times 8 is 48, and 6 plus 8 is 14, so that'll do it. So I get what? I get y plus 4, or no, 6. 6 plus 4 and, or excuse me, y plus 6 and y plus 8 equals 0. And now, by the zero product principle, I know that what are the two values of y that will solve this? It's going to be y equals negative 6 and negative 8. Okay, now what I do is I go back and put it into one of the two equations, right? So y, when y is 6, so let's go back to this here. So let's go to here. And so now when y is negative 6, I get negative x plus 7 times negative 6 is equal to 50. And so negative x, what do I get here? I get 6 times 7 is 42. So I get plus 42, which is equal to 50. And then if I subtract 42, or not 48, 42 from both sides, I get negative x equals what? I get negative x equals 8, or x equals negative 8. And so now I'm done. So now the thing is again, what you want to do, or no, well, I'm done with this one. I'm not done with the other one yet. So one point is going to be, one solution is going to be negative 8 comma negative 6. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in negative 8. Okay, so when this is negative 8, now I get negative x and then plus 56 equals 50. And again, if I subtract 56 now from both sides, I get negative x equals negative 6, or x equals 6, right? If I just multiply both sides by negative 1, I get x equals 6. So now when x is 6, y is, negative 8. And so now I found my two solution points. Those are the two solutions to the system. And in other words, that's where the two graphs intersect each other. So the line intersects the circle in two locations.